Christ consciousness is the antibody to the weapon of narcissism and gaslighting that the system throws at you. Yeah? So gaslighting is a test of your faith. You have to see the tests that you're currently suffering under. If you are suffering under tests, then you've been chosen. Yeah, you have to recognize the test you've been given, the trial, the specific trial that's been chosen for you that you're going through. You've got to, it's a test of your faith, and don't let your faith be broken. Be Christ conscious. And how do you be Christ conscious? How do you live Christ consciously? You simply think, what would Christ say or do in the situation in which I am currently in? What advice, what guidance would Christ give me if I reach for him on my shoulder and say, what's your faith telling you to do here? For example, tell the truth. Yeah? And do not commit adultery in your mind. These are two really important things that I've learned from Christ about how to control my life and to be master of my sanskars, well, of lust particularly. How do you master that? And so it's the method of enlightenment towards Christ consciousness is simply to take this practice. Breathe in and breathe out. However you do it is up to you. Whatever feels really conscious that you're breathing in and out, but it's in through nose. The moment over the top, you give it to Christ and say, give me some guidance. And the stories that you know of the Bible, and if you don't know any, go and read it, and then you'll find the stories in the Bible, or just watch some videos about the Bible. The stories will come to you, and you'll know what to do. Right? So you're conscious of Christ. It's a tool you can reach for out of your tool bag. Yeah. But the tool bag is made of love. Yeah. It's lined with empathy, and empathy is the ability to take the perspective of another. So there's your toolkit you're using. Yeah? You're dealing with someone. You can reach Christ consciously. You can wrap it in empathy. You can listen to the words that are being said to you. And you can hear the cry of the child within, of the lost sheep who wants to come to Christ, the light that wants to shine, but has been hidden by the darkness. And if you choose to see that perspective in the enemy agents that you're dealing with, then you've won already, no matter what they do to you. Because they can bully you then to do whatever they want, but it's just bullying. And so you can call them out on the bullying and then comply with the bullying. That's going to be my plan. So there's a toolkit, yeah, a tool bag that you have of training manuals for how to run yourself Christ consciously. And it's just to think, what would Christ say? What would Christ do in this situation? And it's that your suffering has a purpose. Internalize it, examine it, come to the root of it, and root it out. And you'll become mentally healthy. And you'll be able to prove to yourself you're mentally healthy. And then we eventually, the chosen ones, will be able to prove to those who are corrupted that they are the ones who are mentally unhealthy. And that they need to change and to shift towards Christ, to use the empathy, Christ consciousness. And that then when we go, when the magnetic pulse switch runs through, we will run through as a single species. Yeah, the species that is going will go unstoppable, and those who are not going will be left behind to the fire. And a new world will dawn with just the light that's currently shining. If your light switched off, then you're not seen, you're not marked for God's. You're not marked as one of God's children. You need to let your light shine through Christ consciousness. This is just advice and guidance I'm giving myself, so that when I have the fight of my life, the battle royale, the trial of my own psyche, I come at it from what would Christ say, what would Christ do, and I will trust the words that come to me in that moment as I prepare for that trial. I'm looking forward to it very much, because the future has already begun.